Good morning, guys. This is Fred here. Welcome to my channel. If you are viewing this for the first time, please consider subscribing so that you can learn more about dairy farming. And if you have already subscribed, thank you for your support. Thank you for watching my videos. So, one of my subscriber asked me about to do a video about cow dung and how do you manage and how do you preserve and how do you store cow dung. So I want to give a detailed video on cow dung. Yeah. So first of all, we have to understand what cow dung is. Yeah. As you can see here, this is a heaped cow dung. And if I go further here, the color of that dung is different with that and different with that. Yeah. So, first of all, we have to define what cow dung is. So, cow manure, it's also known as cow dung, is mostly digested grass, and depending on the cattle diet, so the diet of the cow, the fodder that the cow eats, like we have grains, fruits, vegetable, we have hay, yeah. It's not just a cow dropping, it contains tracts of hay, straw, bedding, grains, and other organic matters used to feed animal feeds. So that's how you define, or that's what we call the cow dung. It's not just anything, yeah. Uh, and one advantages of cow dung is it's very rich in nutrients. First, it is 3% nitrogen, 2% phosphorus, and 1% potassium. That is NPK. And when you go to buy a fertilizer, you go and ask for NPK. So that's why I keep on discouraging farmers to use fertilizer. If you want to go organic, let's use the cow dung, and it's the best we have ever had. Yeah. So it has NPK in the ratio of 3 to 1. Yeah. So it also contains micro elements. Yeah. Such as iron, we have carbon. Yeah. It has also secondary elements. We can say like calcium, magnesium, sulfur, and all critical components of a plant cell. So you have to understand why. That's the thing that I was telling you about. I don't use fertilizer. I use cow dung. Yeah, I can use goat manure. Yeah, but for me, in this case, because I don't have goat, I'm using something we call the cow dung. Yeah. So guys, so cow dung is the best organic natural fertilizer for plants. Natural. When we say natural, it's not artificial. Is the best. Yeah. It is packed with quality major and minor nutrients required for growth. Like now we have said about NPK, in the ratio of 3 to 1. And let me, for those who don't understand what NPK is and what it does in our plant, let me just talk a bit about NPK. So N stands for nitrogen, and it is an important plant growth structure. It is used for plant food processing, that is metabolism, and the creation of chlorophyll. With the chlorophyll, the green coloring matter of a plant, is what we are referring to as chlorophyll. Then, without nitrogen in plants, the plant cannot grow taller or produce enough food. They are usually yellowish. So whenever you see your plant, like now when we talk about fodder, whenever you see your maize, your corn, your super napier is in yellowish, just know that we don't have what and nitrogen. And that you can find it in manure because we have said it is the natural one. Yeah. Then we go to the second one is phosphorus. Phosphorus, it promotes early root growth, yeah, winter hardness, and seed formation. Okay, it still stimulates seeding and increases water use efficiency. Then we have potassium. The most of the work of potassium is to regulate the opening and crossing of stomata. For those who did biology, know what stomata is. Yeah, that's why I keep on encouraging farmers. Please, once you get your manure, the dung from your cow shed, yeah, keep it somewhere, not that is far from your cow, where your cow lives. Because once you heap it like this, you will, and then you can even use a plastic bag or a paper bag, so that they pour it in paper and you cover it. Yeah, so that it reduces flies in your farm, flies in your cow shed. Yeah. So guys, watch this, and so we go to the third component of NPK, that is potassium. It regulates the opening and crossing, as I have said, of stomata, thus regulating the uptake of CO2, thus enhancing photosynthesis. So I don't have to keep on explaining of photosynthesis, because this is something that we learned in primary school. It also facilitates protein and such synthesis in plants. It plays role in osmoregulation of water and other salts in plant tissues and cells. Roughly, the NPK value decomposed cow dung is 3 to 1, as I had just said. So cow dung can either be fresh cow dung, as the one that you take from the cow shed. That is what we are referring to as fresh cow dung. We have sun-dried, we have aged or partially decomposed, and completely decomposed cow manure. Like this one, this is completely decomposed. So this has been here for some months now, and this is the best one. Yeah, this is the best to use when you're you see, this is completely decomposed, and this is the best now. So unlike this one, this is not completely, this I'm just drying it. Yeah, and this one here, so this is the best for planting, guys. So why would I discourage farmers using fresh manure? So fresh cow poop or fresh cow dung dropping should never be applied to your plant, because it not only stinks, but it contains high level of ammonia and salts, which can bury your plant. Yeah, like now I'm trying to plant here. If I put seed, the corn seeds here, and I put on, you see, this is where I'm planning to plant, and you put on fresh cow dung, it will definitely kill that seed. Yeah, because it contains ammonia and high level of salts, which can burn your seeds or plants. Yeah, it also contains harmful microorganisms like E. coli, which is harmful to plants and and humans. Plus, it also contains weed seeds, which can produce a lot of weeds and unwanted plants in your garden. So, for those who have been using fresh cow dung, you notice the one thing is you have a lot of weed in your farm. Yeah, because we have said, we have defined the cow dung as a correction of many things, not just the grains, the seeds, and you know that cow doesn't digest seeds. That's why we discourage farmers. Especially, I've seen this habit when a cow gives birth. Traditionally, I was seeing farmers giving them maize. Yeah, and that is a very, very bad thing, because maize will never be digested in cow, and it will bring about acidosis in your cow. Yeah, so seeds are not being digested in your cow, in the cow's stomach. Yeah, and remember, the advantages of this cow dung or manure is it goes through different uh, part of the stomach of a cow. We talked about the four compartment of a cow's stomach. So it goes through that, and finally we have something we call dung. And this dung is what we are saying. It is a natural fertilizer that each and every person should be using. So the best cow dung to use is over some months. Yeah, like for 6 months, that's the best. Yeah, so like this one I can pack it. You see, this one I can pack it because it is already decomposed. Yeah, it is already decomposed. So this is the best. I tell you, this is the best now. So I can put it in a sack. I can sell it in sacks. Yeah, still manure is a business. And remember, when we are dealing with dairy, not only do we need milk, we need even this for conservation of our environment. Yeah, but when you place your manure like this, we have something we call emissions. Yeah, so you have it is advisable you cover it, but when there is sun, you have to remove the polythene paper at least, so this can dry and that you can use in your farm. So how do you store manure? Yeah, we have taken our manure from the farm, from the cow shed. How do you store it? First of all, you can do what we call stockpiling, like the one that I have done. You can use something we call dry stack or composting. So for stockpiling, you pile the solid manure and soil livestock beddings in a convenient location. So manure does not only have to be the cow dung itself, the cow poop. You can add some uh, not only the cow poop, yeah, you can add some beddings, the wet bedding that the cow has been using for a while, yeah. So that still can be part of your manure, yeah. Use plastic taps to cover the stockpile, which will help reduce odor, that is the bad smell, and flies. Because I've said, once you have that, always keep your manure far from your cow shed, yeah, so that you can eliminate flies in your farm, guys, yeah, so that you can eliminate so the second thing we said about dry stack, yeah. The key component of dry stack is facilitate in previous floor and three walls used in the container. It's like you build like a house you're building, but one side, the entrance, you don't have to close it. Then at the top, you put on iron sheets, and then at the sides, you can use stones, you can use wood, yeah, and that will help eliminate that will be good. That's what we are calling the stacking. Then we have composting. It reduces the amount of available nutrients. It kills pathogens. Reduces the smell itself, or some people call it odor, like that, and reduces the volume of manure and bedding. So those are the three ways that you can. So for me, I'm using these. The piling, you keep on piling. So when I'm going to plant here, I'm going to start from these already decomposed, yeah, and this is the best one, yeah. That's why I keep on saying, guys, I don't need what, I don't need fertilizer, I just need these, yeah. So what are the principles that you should consider when managing manure? One thing is keep the water clean, that is divert rooftop or surface water away from the manure storage. So whenever, like now here, you see I don't have any water coming, yeah. These are good allocation. One, it is we have a gate there. So if I wanted to remove it here to go to another farm, it is a car can come, a pickup can come and correct, a car can come and correct this, yeah. The second thing that you should consider when you're storing manure is store manure where it is easily accessible to road and unload. So I can load this manure to a vehicle, and I can unload it from the cow shed, yeah, using wheelbarrows, yeah. So another thing is storm manure. Okay, avoid steep slopes when siting your storage location. So here, I don't have anywhere that water can come in, or a steep slope. Yeah. So they are, for large scale farmers, they use something we call liquid manure. They have created like a tank where they put all their manure, the cow. Once they wash, yeah, their cow shed, it goes to a pit, yeah, and they will get that manure in form of liquid. They put in there's this lorry for dispensing manure, and they take that. But this is for large scale farmers, yeah. This is not for large scale. I'm talking about right now. We are talking about large scale, small scale farmers. For those farmers who are starting dairy farming, or for those farmers, those who have 2 or 3 or 4 cows, yeah. Because for those, you don't need something we call liquid manure. You don't need to buy that tractor to yeah, that's for large scale farmers. But for small scale farmers, or for those who are starting, I think this is the best way you can do it, yeah. You can put on you can wrap it using a polythene paper, and at the bottom you can put on that, yeah. But guys, always make sure you watch those steps that I've talked. I think I've given a detailed ways on how you can conserve. I have talked about some science terms: nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus, and all those are needed for plant growth, yeah. So I've seen many people doing it the wrong way. You take like now, I've seen a farmer where he takes the manure directly, the cow poop directly from the shed, and goes and put on on their napier grass, and that is not advisable. So this is how you do it. This is how you pirate. So like this one is very very. If it was to be eaten, I could have done that, but this is the best. You see, this is the best. So you go and put it in your farm, wherever you are planting, because one thing. So I have said this: don't ever use your fresh cow poop from the cow shed and take it to your farm. That's not advisable. Pirate somewhere. Yeah, it have the best that the best that we can have is the one that have waited like for 6 months. No, for dried for 6 months. That's the best one. Yeah. So guys, watch on that. Be a responsible farmer. Yeah. You don't have to you don't have to be arrogant. Yeah, you have to conserve the environment, you have to conserve the soil, and the best thing that we have said, conserve using this one. So there are for fertilizer, I would discourage that. Yeah, that's why you see traditionally, and most people will agree with me on this. Traditionally, people were harvesting as much food. They were harvesting as much food. But nowadays, our soil have become so poor. Yeah, it is not rich anymore. Why? Because we invaded our soil with something we call fertilizers. Yeah, artificial fertilizers. But if you do this, this manure you see here helps the soil to regenerate itself. Yeah, and we have said it contains all those micro and secondary elements. Yeah, the NPK, we have the sulfur, we have ions, magnesium, all those are contained in this. Yeah, and if there's another thing that you can do. If you are okay, if you take your soil for test and you find that it doesn't have like calcium, yeah, you can go and higher no, no, you can go and buy bones. You see these bones, cow bones or even camel bones, those bones, once you completely burn them, the ash contains a lot of calcium in it. Yeah, it contains a lot of calcium. You can add using you can add with this, and then you do what, you spray, you apply to your farm. So guys, once we know how to conserve soil is by using this what you call manure. Yeah, and once you do that, because I believe we can go far as farmers, we can make our land to be producing more. Yeah, you see these, I just cut last week. I cut the yellow maize. I made silage. If you have not watched that video, you should watch. And then this week, let's say next week, because I'm currently I'm out of money, I want to buy the corn seeds, and I will be planting again. Yeah, I want to keep my soil engaged, but the first thing that I have to do, I have to apply this manure. And as you see here, it is just a heap. I take it from the cow shed and I bring it here. Guys, it is doable. You all can do it. So watch this. For those who have, I believe you have learned something, and I believe you have known why we don't use fresh cow dung, and I believe you have learned something. So guys, whenever you feel something that you want to talk about, if you have something you would like me to talk about, just comment, put it in the comment, and I'll share the experience that I have, and I'll add more research, do more research on that, because I don't upload anything that I have not either done or done research on. So guys, I've done the research on these. I've been a farmer for quite some times, and I know. So the thing is, soil is everything. All your fodder comes from the soil, and advantages of keeping cow is it is a cycle. Yeah, you cut the napier, or you cut your corn from the farm. It is eaten by the cow. The cow poops. You take that poop, you take it to the farm, and that's what we call, that's a cycle, and I appreciate that. The best another thing is, if you have money, you can invest in something we call biogas. Yeah, so advantages of biogas is we have it produces something we call biostraly, and that is far more good than even fertilizer, artificial fertilizer. If you have ever visited a farmer who uses biostraly, you would be amazed by the result of whether he is growing all vegetables or super napier or corn. You'll see a great difference. So but for upcoming dairy farmers, I wouldn't advise you to do biogas. First of all, get experience, then as your cattle, as your herd increases, then you can do what we call biogas, and you'll be getting biostrategy which you can sell. So another thing that you can use other than using pesticide, we have done away with fertilizer now. We do away with the pesticide. You can keep rabbits. Yeah, rabbits produce urine. The urine from rabbit, I tell you, is a good. It's a fertilizer still, and still is a pesticide. If your corn has been there is infestation by something we call armyworms, and then you spray the rabbit urine, guys, I'm telling you, you will never see those things again. And there's something magical about rabbit urine. Yeah, I'm planning to keep rabbits in time, but I'm telling you, we can eradicate all these chemicals in our farm, because once you put them in our farm, we consume it, our animal consume it, and that's why you're seeing so many diseases. Yeah, so many diseases. Some fertilizers are made in Ukraine, Russia, and we don't know what they use. Yeah, but if we go organic, guys, we can go far. We can bring up healthy animals. We can still be healthy. Yeah. So guys, thank you for watching, and I hope you have learned something. Yeah, maybe the video doesn't have so much graphics and all that, but what if you have listened to what I've said, you have learned something, and I want to thank you for that. Thank you for watching my video. For those who have not subscribed, please support me by subscribing and help us grow this channel to as reach as many farmers as we can, to keep on educating. Share your thoughts, share your experience on the comment section, and I believe we'll go far as the dairy farmers. So thank you for watching. May you have a wonderful day, evening, depending on the time that you are watching this, and take care.